The sun shone down upon my head, a bitter wind whipped in my face, and I wondered which vengeful trickster deity was up there enjoying the show. A 3-foot concrete lip provided the only physical barrier between myself and a plunge hundreds of feet straight down. Subsequently, I hadn't strayed more than a few paces away from the access door that gave entrance to the sprawling concrete roof. Despite my caution, a nagging feeling played in my gut. To say I was afraid of heights wasn't exactly accurate, but I had a healthy respect for the forces of gravity, and my imagination was active enough to handle the rest. Unlike the man standing before me, actively threatening to take a flying leap over the edge, I had no desire to splatter like a ripe melon on the pavement below. The man in question was a gaunt figure, standing 5'0" and weighing no more than 100 and nothing pounds. His feet bare, the man wore a bright tee emblazoned with the logo of the Cleveland Cavaliers and a pair of too short jorts in an attempt to beat the muggy summer heat. If it weren't for the wind violently whipping around us, I was sure I would have been sweating bullets, but between the gusts and the molasses-thick tension hanging in the air, my teeth clacked together like a pair of castanets. Annoying. I tried to force my jaw to stop its insolent nonsense, but involuntary spasms of nerves continued to tease me at random intervals. The potential jumper had a misshapen face, his skin drooping on the left side like he was made of melted wax. I filed him away as either a fellow survivor of combat or perhaps the victim of some brutal accident. His wide jaw was set in a determined scowl, jutting defiantly as his pale eyes flicked rapidly between my brother and me.
Chester blinked and stirred. I lifted my hands to show that I still wasn't armed and didn't intend to unleash further violence upon his person. Either Chester didn't return the sentiment, or he didn't appreciate being thrown around like a plastic bag in the wind, because his face contorted into a mask of rage as he growled an incoherent command. Jagged fingers of violet-hued energy materialized in the air and screamed toward my center mass. Despite my hope that we could get through this encounter without anyone dying, I wasn't naive to the danger of the situation. I had a defensive spell at the ready. As soon as I registered Chester's ill intent, I crossed my wrists with my palms toward my chest and again gathered up my combined emotion. "Crystalline!" I cried, my voice cracking as a jolt of frigid cold lanced through my body. Snap freezing the moisture in the muggy Midwestern afternoon air, I created a pristine sheet of ice between myself and Chester's horrifying spell. The purple light broke against my shield as harmlessly as a water balloon might against a brick wall, and the offending spell dissipated into nothingness with the harsh crackle of negative magical energy that set my teeth on edge. My instincts told me that had not been a spell intended to disable. That had been a spell intended to burn a 4-inch hole in my abdomen. If what I knew of Menders was true, that bolt had been designed to work against organic matter. Chester's kind primarily dealt with forces of life and healing, but Menders could just as easily turn their talent into potent and destructive death magic if they went dark side.